The forces of the material nature, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, are formidable. Daivahi esha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya. It's very difficult, in case you haven't noticed, to navigate the material world. There's always something inscrutable coming towards us that we have to deal with. And Krishna recommends that the solution is something beyond just trying to adjust to the changes that take place on the material level. One has to make a categorical change, which is to move to higher ground, meaning that one has to rise to a spiritual platform. In explaining this, Krishna says in the 8th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Bhuta Bhavat Bhavakaro Visarga Karma Sanjita, that you should know that whatever is manifesting in your life is coming from you. You're the creator. Because of your consciousness, you're creating various situations in your life. So he says the categorical change has to take place from the level of consciousness. And in a poetical way, that consciousness really is the shape of our heart. When we leave the world, Krishna says, Antakali chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram ya priyati samadbhavam yatinas yatra shamshaya. Without a doubt, he says, the shape of your heart, the form your heart takes, when you leave this body, it's going to manifest your next body. So the process of spiritual awakening is to change the shape of the heart. The heart has to change. There's hatefulheart.com where you can find all the criticisms of every other living entity. And then there's the Krishna conscious heart, which is fully dependent on Krishna and is in a state of compassion, forgiveness. And that can be achieved according to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's spiritual master, Srila Ishvara Puri, who taught Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu the technique. That's by one method alone, and that's by chanting the Lord's names. If you want an explanation of how that came to be, there's an excellent class that was given by His Holiness Bhanu Swami in Mayapur recently, where he gives the history of how the main process of chanting Hare Krishna came to be. Suffice it to say that all other processes are included within the chanting of Hare Krishna. It's one of the conclusions of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever people used in previous times to change the shape of their heart, it can all be done, or can only be done, in this age of Kali by chanting Hare Krishna. It's a simplified process for an age that's very complicated. So the most important activity that we do every day is chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, especially with a vow to finish at least the number of rounds we vowed for. 16 rounds is called the Sankhya Purvaka, spiritual strength. It's been given to us by our founder Acharya. So if we can come to that level, then we have a regular practice that will transform the heart. And in the technique of chanting, we have to also be fully fixed on chanting Hare Krishna and not thinking of other things. So it's a challenge. It's a huge challenge because the mind wants to go elsewhere, wants to make its own arrangements. But Lord Chaitanya teaches us that if you simply focus on chanting Hare Krishna during the allotted time, then you'll make great progress in spiritual life and you won't miss anything else. You're not missing out. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, I should say, Nambina kichu nahi ko aro choda bhuvanamaje. You won't miss out in any sales. You won't miss on any registrations. You won't miss any paperwork that you were supposed to, any investment opportunities, any meal times. Everything's there within the chanting of the holy name. So we're very fortunate to have a process that's authorized, that's vetted by all the previous acharyas, and that we've been given on a golden platter and asked to simply follow this and everything else will be done. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Om Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram 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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna, 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 Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Sit
Hare
properly.
Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Ram, Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Ram.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Om
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram.
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare
Ram.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Om
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna, 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Ram, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna, 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 Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram, Ram, Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Speak
Krishna,
properly.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna. Just a brief discussion in the name of Sambandha Jnana. There's a way in which, in Brahma Samhita, Krishna, at the end, says, Yadrishi, Yadrishi, Shraddha, Siddhir Bhavati Tadrishi. The more that one's Shraddha increases, the more one can be understood to be advanced. The more one advances, the more one's faith increases. And the definition of Shraddha is given in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Shraddha Shabde Vishwas Kahe Suridhanishchoy Krishne Bhakte Koila Sarva Karma Krita Hoy. And that is an ever-increasing understanding that the most important activity is chanting, and that everything is subsumed in that chanting, as in Vedeshu Yagneshu Tapasu Chaiva Daneshu Yat Punya Palam Pratishtam Adyeti Tat Sarvam Vinam Baditva Yogi Param Stanam Upaiti Chadyam. And when there's this sense of taking shelter of the holy name as one's only refuge, then there's also a direct experience, which Krishna says is vital to a spiritual practice. Pratyaksha-vagamam dharmyam. Who knows where that's from? Chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita. He says that your experience should be pratyaksha, direct. And not that it's theoretical, but you're actually experiencing it for yourself. And in Mayapur this year, Bhakti Chaitanya Swami had given a class in which he had talked about Krishna Lila, and then near the end he started talking about the practical ways in which we experience Krishna consciousness for ourselves. And he said, I admit that I although I speak about Krishna Lila, I have not entered into it the way Uddhava had entered into it. He had to bring himself back to this world to discuss with Vidura. He said, but I do know this, when I chant my rounds in the morning with attention, I feel better. And I was thinking about that sort of modest statement and how important it is, because it's impossible to feel better in the material world. Everyone tries. Every YouTube person has a formula, a different formula, or sometimes they're just copying other people of how you're going to feel better. Every doctor has some medicine that says you're going to feel better. And Prahlad Maharaj says in his prayers, you're not really going to feel better. Dukkaushadam tadapi dukkamatad dhyaham. He said that the cure you're taking for your misery, it's going to be worse than the misery itself. So it's a profound statement that I feel better after I chant my rounds. It's pratyaksha. I directly feel better, and I know I feel better. And when we have that, we can see that nothing else works in this world but chanting Hare Krishna works. That's a really good foothold to advance in spiritual life, is to have that understanding that everything else doesn't work and this does work. So chasing after ruchi, merging into lila and so forth, that's a natural consequence of someone who takes a step-by-step approach. Dedicate several lifetimes to coming to nishta, or steadiness, and feeling better about yourself and directly experiencing that you're okay because you're giving yourself to Krishna through chanting his holy names. That all leads to natural advancement in Krishna consciousness. So it all comes back to the authorized process called nirnitam. It's been vetted and recommended by all the greatest authorities, and it can be directly experienced. What could be better than that? We have time for one or two comments in reply. 3, 2, go.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Dhanavad Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Welcome back.
Thank you.
When I chant, I feel better. It was very nice. And previously you said happy for no reason. So once on Sunday I was chanting here, and after finishing my round, I don't know, somehow that like I was feeling blissed out, like, and when I was going home I was just jumping, and somehow I don't know, I didn't get bonus or something, but just chanting my rounds, 16 rounds, I was feeling very nice. And then now anybody asks on book distribution that how this practice has impacted you, I always say that, that happy for no reason, that when you chant this, when you practice this, you will feel happy for no reason, and I elaborate on that.
Very nice. Thank you. Srimati Tulsi Maharani Ki Jai. Time for one more. But you got to be quick. No Bhagavatam class, just a quick comment.
I was just thinking that, a long time back, Nirakla Mataji had mentioned that it's always nice to do to-do lists. So I always do a to-do list every day. And then she when you mark it off, it's very big achievement. But yesterday I was looking at my to-do list, and it looked pages and pages, and I was very worried. But then I was just thinking that I was sitting down chanting. When you get up in the morning and chant, it looks like as if your 24 hours have become 48 hours in the 24 hours. And then you achieve it. So I was just thinking that it just relaxes, no anxiety, and then you kind of get your work done. So japa is like...
Yeah, but somebody asked Prabhupada how it worked in Vrindavan, that Krishna would walk casually with his friends from one forest to the next when some of them were miles and miles away. And Prabhupada described how, and it's described in the Rama Samhita, Shweta-dweep, Goloka, is like a lotus. And the petals, they close, and the proximity then, it is available. That's a weird way to say it. It closes time and space. Krishna can do that. What's to speak of, as I mentioned in the Rasa dance, that there was a night of Brahma, a day of Brahma amount of time Krishna can expand in that way. There's other points, but we can bring them up during class. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev, if you so desire, please let us as a community who has taken shelter under His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada give special attention to the chanting of our minimum of 16 rounds every day, as it is the foundational aspect of Krishna consciousness. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer, in part or in whole. Please say Hare Krishna.
Hare
Vanchakalpatarishya kripa sindhaveva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.